Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and today we're here to talk about this. That's right, the hot dog piece. Now, you might be asking why it's called the hot dog piece, and that is because this piece first came out in red, and it was a hot dog. They give you little buns for them and everything. Awesome little Lego food item. Also, I'm from Chicagoland here, and there's only one proper way to dress up a hot dog. So if you know the appropriate toppings for a hot dog, leave them in the comments. If you get every ingredient correct, first one to do that, I'll ping your comment. Anyway, let's talk about this part. So obviously Lego decided this piece had more potential than just being a hot dog. You can tell by the variety of colors. So I want to go through some different connections you can make with this, some things that I built with it, uses for it, and I want to get some feedback from you guys. Tell me what you've done with it, and if I get a lot of good feedback, I'll make a follow-up video. Let's talk about it. First of all, I want to talk about connections. So the hot dog has some unique properties. Number one, it's a bar piece. It's the exact same diameter as any other Lego bar piece, so it'll fit in pretty much anything a Lego bar will, with some exceptions. Unique things about the hot dog, the ends are rounded. Not only that, though, they have a little pin on them, which can be a blessing and a curse. Let me explain. So, because it's a bar piece, obviously anything that is a clip, it fits great. We're using green hot dogs for go. Go ahead and use it. Because it's a bar piece, also, if you have any open studs, as long as they're not too crazy deep, you're trying to push the hot dog in way too far, they also fit great. This also applies to like bar holders, as long as you don't have to push it in too far again. They hold them well as well. These mechanical arms do a really good job of holding on to them. And then, because you have that unique pin on the end, anything with a pin connection, such as the inkwell piece, actually has a nice solid connection to it. Many different flower pieces also have that pinhole. Makes for a nice connection as well. And one of the best connections is this flower, because not only does it have the pinhole, it's also a hollow stud. So this will fit right in there, and it's a super solid connection because it kind of grabs both the bar and the pin. Certain pieces like the spyglass also have that and make for a super solid connection there. So lots of good uses for it, lots of things you can do with it. There's a few things you can't really do well with it, and let's talk about those here. Number one is just hollow studs. So if they don't go all the way through, that little pin piece is going to keep you from doing a solid connection, especially because that end is rounded. So that's not going to work. Also, if you have an open stud, but if it's too close to something, just like this where you have a stud up inside of it, you'll be able to get it in, but it's not super solid. So you're going to want another layer there, or to move it so it doesn't have a stud underneath it. Another hollow stud here that's not totally open, unlike the spyglass piece, the lightsaber hilt does not have the pin connection, so no dice on the hot dog. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, what is the angle of the curve of this hot dog? And I was wondering that myself, so I found a way to kind of test that. Because the curve is really hard to see in just the piece itself, because it's really hard to tell where to measure from. And right off the bat, it's like, okay, maybe this is a 90-degree curve, which could be very handy in a lot of builds. 4 of them together would make a circle, yada, yada, yada. So basically I did this. I extended the ends of it by using some flowers and lightsaber hilts. And if I take this now and hold it on a known 90-degree angle, you can pretty clearly see there it's proud of 90 degrees. So it's definitely a larger angle than 90, but not much. So yeah, it doesn't fit great into a lot of mathematical solutions here for Lego. I don't know the exact angle on it, but it's more than 90 degrees. I'm guessing this is because the original intent of this was being a hot dog. And so the angle wouldn't really matter too much, but then Lego, obviously, as they do with many pieces, found more uses for it and branched out. And so now, who knows? Maybe there is an intention to that angle, maybe there's not. Now I want to show you a few different things that I built and give you some ideas, and then hopefully in the comments you guys can give me some ideas. The hot dogs in green work really good for plant pieces, if you want to do like an individual larger flower like this. I also liked this idea where I take one of these pieces that everyone knows. Not my favorite piece because it's kind of boring. There's not a lot you can do with it other than stick it in there as a piece of like long curled grass. But if you take this, you can actually put a hot dog through it like that. And then you can build off of it. You know, put some leaves on either side, make just a nice small little piece of greenery for an outdoor scene, and just kind of dress it up a little bit. So I really liked how that came out. You can take numerous of them and put them in a cluster like this, coming out in all different directions. Looks pretty good. And same thing, but with a different style flower. I really like how this one turned out. Another idea I had was to use brown ones and make the base of a tree. So here I have these just branching off of a Travis brick and having these limbs come out. Now I'd probably cover these in 3-leaf pieces to give it a little more depth, or add some more branches off of this, make it a little thicker. But I think it's a great start to a small tree. Maybe I'll do a tree sculptor series video just like this, who knows. Another tree top I experimented with was using these hexagonal pieces where they have 3 bar connectors on them. So you can have 3 on each. I got 2 layers there. But another way to do it, and again, you could branch off of these, add 3 leaves, whatever you want to do to thicken it up. But I think that's a good start as well for a tree. I wanted to try and put this into a fence, and this is what I came up with here. I have to be a little careful because sometimes these don't math great, but because they are bar pieces, you can kind of vary how far they go into these clips, and because you can rotate these, you can kind of tighten them up. So you could add a little curve to a fence. Now where you go with it from there might get tricky, but for some applications, I think that could work really well. I also thought this would be a great piece to use in lighting. So I did a few floor lamps here. You know, this one might go in an office, this one maybe in a hospital or a dentist's office, something like that. And I did a few wall lamps. This one I'm not crazy about because it doesn't come at a full 90, so it kind of sticks out at an angle. But I did one with a hinge as well, although it gets a little further away from the wall. You can get it more to a true 90 degree. I really wanted to try this as a table leg, and this is what I came up with here. I had 4 of them connected to this kind of cross piece, and then I can take a tabletop, stick it on there. Pretty cool looking table. I also thought these would make good arms for like an office chair. I did a bunch of office chairs in one of my previous videos. Not sure if I like this or not. I like the overall design of the chair. The arms are a little too curved for me, but it's a good idea. And this one I thought was really cool. I decided to do more of like a lawn chair or a chaise lounge. I think that turned out pretty cool there, having the arms and the legs be medium nougat hot dogs. Well, that's all the ideas I came up with. If you guys have some good ones or good uses that you like, good connections that you like that I didn't mention here, put them below. Like I said, if I get a lot of good ideas, I'll make a follow-up video and we'll talk more about the hot dog piece. Hope you guys liked this video. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do more just like this in the future. That's all I have for this time, and we will see you next time.